Stop scrolling right now. The carefully curated curtain hiding the reality of the Sussex squad is finally ripping apart, and the truth is spilling out like a broken dam. For years, we have been fed a diet of glossy magazines and carefully edited Netflix documentaries, but just weeks ago, a veteran Montecito resident unleashed a bombshell in a no-filter interview that is currently igniting wildfires across California's Gilded Hills. This wasn't a whispered rumor from an anonymous source. This was a local declaration delivered without a hint of hesitation. The resident stated plainly, "Everyone in Montecito knows those kids don't exist." Let that sink in for a second. In a town where privacy is currency, someone has broken rank to say the quiet part out loud. They went further, dismantling the recent footage released by the couple, claiming, "That recent clip you saw, no chance Lilibet filmed it. No 4-year-old could pull that off." But they didn't stop at the children. The insider painted a picture of a marriage that has disintegrated into open warfare, stating, "Harry and Meghan aren't even happy. They're always at each other's throats. Divorce is incoming." This isn't just some internet troll hiding behind a keyboard in a basement. This intel comes from the heart of their exclusive enclave, where multi-million-dollar estates hide more secrets than they reveal. Neighbors are beginning to whisper about the eerie, almost haunting silence coming from the Sussex mansion. There is no sound of children's laughter echoing over the fences. There are no chaotic family outings disrupting the quiet streets. One insider speaking to Radar Online painted a disturbing picture of total isolation, describing a couple living in a bunker world, constantly paranoid about who to trust. And with property values skyrocketing up nearly 30% since their arrival, locals are starting to blame the couple for turning their paradise into a paparazzi circus, complete with zoning scandals and drone complaints. But the residents' words cut deepest when it comes to the children. In the next few minutes, we are going to dissect that rigged video, the surrogacy shadows that won't go away, and the marital meltdown that has Montecito's elite turning their backs. The facade isn't just cracking, it is shattering. Let's zero in on the trigger that started this latest wave of skepticism. We need to talk about that heartwarming Instagram clip Meghan peddled as a spontaneous family gem supposedly shot by 4-year-old Lilibet. On the surface, it looks like rom-com perfection, Harry and Meghan twirling barefoot on their manicured Montecito lawn, recreating their 2016 Botswana vibes. But when you peel back the layers, the staging screams from every single frame. Observe how Meghan saunters away from the camera. She is clearly the one who pressed record and framed the shot. Harry stands dead center like he is hitting a mark on a movie set. The technical impossibility of this video is what has experts raising red flags. There is no shaky toddler grip. There is no off-kilter chaos that you get when a child holds a phone. There is just pro-level steadiness. Body language guru Judy James, analyzing the footage for Sky News Australia, spotted a notable jump cut that hints at heavy editing to hide flubs. She warned that the cut implies something went wrong that they didn't want us to see. And the idea of Lilibet as the cinematographer, James scoffs at the notion, suggesting the only way a child filmed that is if she was sitting behind a professional gimbal set to auto-follow. She wasn't in charge of that camera, she was a prop in the narrative. Montecito locals echo this skepticism loudly. One neighbor told Vanity Fair, "We've seen staff, but kids never in the wild." Social media has erupted over this, with reports from Yahoo News Singapore highlighting fans slamming the clip as fake. Comments range from, "A 4-year-old holds the phone that still give me a break," to detailed breakdowns of the camera angles. Even Instagram Reels are dissecting it, noting that since the Beckham's viral dance, Meghan seems desperate to recreate that viral magic and is failing miserably. Tie this into old leaks like the baby mama hospital video from Lilibet's birth, and critics are calling it cringy inducement theater. A pattern is emerging here. Every authentic moment reeks of art direction. If this video is scripted, what about the rest? The residents claim hits like thunder. Those kids don't exist as presented. The ghosts of Montecito. This leads us to the darker reality of their life in California. Montecito's sun-kissed lanes hide a brewing storm of discontent. This isn't just a neighborhood, it is a fortress of the ultra-wealthy where icons like Oprah and Gwyneth Paltrow mingle freely. But Harry and Meghan, they are the ghosts in the machine. They are often labeled local villains by frustrated residents who are tired of the drama. Locals spill that the couple is practically invisible, cultivating a very controlled image while rarely venturing out or engaging with the community in a genuine way. One disgruntled neighbor journalist, Richard Meneards, told outlets like the Daily Mail and Page Six that Meghan doesn't really go out or get involved. She refuses to play the community game. There is a story circulating about an elderly historian who tried to gift her a local documentary, a simple, kind gesture to welcome a new neighbor. He was turned away at the gate without a word, a move that was seen as the height of rudeness in a tight-knit community. Harry fares only slightly better. He is described as quite jolly and more approachable by some occasionally seen biking solo or exchanging brief hellos. But overall, the pair faces massive backlash for an elitist lifestyle in their $14 million estate, failing to mix with neighbors, while simultaneously being blamed for the noise of tourists and paparazzi hordes. But the most disturbing element is the silence regarding the children. In a town where celebrities send their kids to local private schools and are seen at the ice cream shop, the Sussex children are phantoms. There are no school runs at rumored public options. There are no playdates. There is no chaotic real kid evidence in the wild. Montecito journal pieces and social media threads rage with the same question. Nobody in Montecito has seen them with children since 2020. There are whispers of invisible, unverified offspring. One viral claim involves reams of paperwork outlining potential fakery fueling surrogacy doubts amid zero messy everyday sightings. It is just staff tutors and rare polished glimpses. This isn't envy from the neighbors. It is exhaustion from watching a bunker world operate next door. If the family unit is a phantom, what is truly real behind those high gates? At the scorching core of this scandal lies the most explosive accusation of all the theory regarding Archie and Lilibet's birth. The longtime Montecito resident didn't mince words when they said, "Those kids don't exist." This is a blunt bombshell that echoes years of fringe theories now amplified by relentless online scrutiny and fresh leaks heading into 2026. What started as whispers about moon bumps falling down to the knees and absent baby bumps has morphed into legitimate demands for proof. Did Meghan truly carry and birth these children, or is the entire family narrative a meticulously crafted illusion fueled by surrogacy? Forensic skeptics and royal watchers have dissected every crumb of evidence, and the results are startling. Archie's 2019 birth certificate, which was publicly released after a strange 11-day delay, sparked immediate red flags. Meghan was initially registered as Rachel Meghan Markle before a sudden amendment swapped it to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, with Harry's title similarly adjusted. Critics scream foul while the edit rumors swirl of digital tampering, pixelated signatures, and fragmented ink strokes on the name of Dr. Penelope Law, the alleged obstetrician. There are claims the document was pieced together from other files, possibly prescriptions, to create a forgery. YouTube exposés allege that forensic analysis shows alterations to conceal surrogacy. There are ghost doctors who vanish from records, no hospital staff confirmations, and no standard royal physician sign-offs, a massive break from the protocol seen with every other royal birth. The announcement details deviated wildly from palace standards. Lilibet's California certificate draws equal fire with questions about the veracity of the birthplace and unsigned elements in early reports. Lady Colin Campbell has made explosive calls for absolute proof that Meghan bore them. Her estranged father Thomas Markle and half-sister Samantha have piled on, hinting at frozen eggs and surrogacy, which would disqualify the children from the line of succession. This is where the drama becomes a constitutional crisis. Radar Online and the Economic Times report pressure on Buckingham Palace to strip Archie and Lilibet from the throne unless undeniable evidence surfaces. If surrogacy was used under current British law concerning the aristocracy, those children cannot inherit titles. No moon bump denial suffices when pregnancies featured risky behaviors like traveling to Zika zones and eating unsafe foods as reported in old leaks. The resident's verdict lands like a guillotine. No real 4-year-old filmed that dance clip. If these children aren't biologically Meghan's, or if they were born via surrogate without royal decree, the House of Cards collapses spectacularly. If the children are the mystery, the marriage is the tragedy. The fairy tale romance that once captivated the world is fracturing under relentless pressure, and 2026 is shaping up to be the year the cracks finally become impossible to ignore. Rumors of a creative divorce have escalated from whispers to full-throated predictions, with insiders and even psychics forecasting a dramatic split in paths. The resident's chilling prophecy, divorce incoming, now feels eerily accurate as fresh reports flood in from Montecito and beyond. At the epicenter of the storm is a deeply emotional clash over Harry's growing fixation on returning to the UK. Sources close to the couple, speaking exclusively to Radar Online, in early January 2026, described the dispute as the most serious strain their marriage has faced since the 2020 exit. Harry, pulled by homesickness and unfinished business from his royal past, is reportedly begging for a compromise. He wants more frequent visits, perhaps a part-time base in Britain to heal the rift with his father. Meghan, however, views Britain as a war zone. She associates the UK with unhappiness, fear, anxiety, and intense scrutiny. She refuses to step foot on the soil that she feels rejected her. One insider warned, if neither is willing or able to compromise, this single unresolved question could evolve into the breaking point. They could finally file for divorce this year. She knows, echoed the alarm, calling the couple truly broken, and the tension one that threatens to tear them apart geographically and emotionally. Montecito locals witness the fallout of this daily. The frosty silences have replaced the once constant public displays of affection. Separate professional orbits are widening the divide. Harry's solo ski trip to Colorado with polo pal Nacho Figueras, while Meghan stayed home, fueled fresh speculation. Sources at OK Magazine branded it yet another sign their marriage is massively on the rocks and headed for divorce court. Even the betting odds reflect the pessimism. Sportscasting bets list Meghan and Harry to divorce at 3-1 odds by the end of 2026. Psychic predictions add fuel to the fire, with Brazil's living Nostradamus, Athos Salome, foreseeing a creative divorce happening right now. This would look like a professional separation, first independent brands, separate travel schedules, followed by the legal split. Meghan is predicted to briefly withdraw from the spotlight before resurfacing, focused on social causes, leaving Harry to drift back toward the royal fold alone. Harry's eyes are finally opening to the harsh reality he has built, and retreat has become his only viable shield. From the sun-drenched isolation of Montecito's hills, the once rebellious prince is reportedly pulling back inward. We are seeing a pattern of solo jaunts to polo events, quiet reflections during UK court appearances, and a growing homesickness that is eating him alive. Insiders close to the circle have painted a vivid picture of a man tormented by regret over his biggest life choice, marrying Meghan Markle. This regret is sharpened as he watches old flames thrive. Reports suggest Harry has been fixated on ex-girlfriend Chelsea Davy, who is living a quiet, happy life in paradise with her young family, a life Harry arguably wanted but failed to secure. Radar Online exclusives from late 2025 suggest that contrast is fueling private anguish. He is fixated on the what-ifs, while his current reality crumbles around him. The residents' chilling insight that they're always at each other's throats resonates louder than ever. The bunker mentality isn't new, echoing those persistent 2023 whispers of a set-aside room at the ultra-private San Vicente bungalows for Harry to escape the tension at home. But it is evolving. Now it is full survival mode. He is building legal firewalls, distancing himself from Meghan's disastrous brand decisions and prioritizing diplomacy over her instinct to fight back. While Meghan demands control of the narrative and escalation against the press, Harry is pushing for compliance and quiet reconciliation. He knows the money is running out and the goodwill is gone. If the illusion of unity shatters, Harry's first calculated move must be to detach from the anchor dragging him under. As the Montecito whispers swell into a roar, Hollywood's once warm embrace has turned ice cold, leaving Meghan and Harry in a chilling void. What began as starry alliances, Oprah's heartfelt interview, Tyler Perry's quiet support, George and Amal Clooney's wedding attendance has evaporated into silence and distance. Insiders reveal the Sussexes are losing Hollywood friends at an alarming rate, with A-listers quietly stepping back to avoid the fallout from endless controversies, royal snubs, and perceived overreach. Oprah Winfrey, once their staunchest ally who hosted that bombshell 2021 sit-down, has gone radio silent on their ventures. There are no endorsements for Meghan's jams, no guest spots teased for her podcasts. George and Amal Clooney, who mingled at their 2018 wedding, reportedly ditched them, skipping invites and prioritizing their standing with King Charles. Tyler Perry, who once offered shelter and security backing, hasn't surfaced in their recent circles. Even the Beckhams and Ellen DeGeneres have faded from the picture. Radar Online sources describe Harry as uncomfortable in Hollywood social circles, relying almost entirely on Meghan because his personal support network has vanished. A royal insider told outlets, "They're becoming more isolated. Friends are deserting them." This isn't mere coincidence. Proximity to the Sussexes is now a liability in Tinseltown. The backlash from their Netflix docuseries and public missteps has made association toxic. Invitations dried up after high-profile events like Kris Jenner's star-studded 70th birthday bash, where they mingled with Jay-Z and Beyoncé, but drew criticism for trying too hard. Hollywood has a brutal calculus: why risk scrutiny on your own brand when the Sussexes' shine has dulled? Meghan's flagship venture, American Riviera Orchard, stands as the starkest proof of this chill. It was meant to be the lifestyle empire that crowned her the next Martha Stewart. Instead, it has stumbled spectacularly. There have been repeated trademark delays, pushing launches back, a staff exodus, and zero success in recruiting a CEO. Reports confirm Meghan appointed herself CEO after failing to find a suitable candidate, a desperate move amid leadership struggles. Boardrooms whisper, "Who wants to captain a ship taking on water?" The brand's jam jars remain unsold, relics mocked online as half-baked failures while competitors thrive. Public opinion mirrors this freeze. YouGov's January 2026 poll delivers a brutal verdict. Meghan's favorability has hit an all-time low in the UK, and Harry's numbers are barely better. In Hollywood, where perception is currency, this toxicity bleeds into everything. No Oprah shoutouts, no Clooney cameos, no big brand collaborations. The couple who once commanded A-list attention now face empty calendars and closed doors. The residents' warning rings truer than ever. Isolation breeds desperation. Hollywood isn't a charity. It is a business that cuts losses swiftly. Friends vanish like shadows at dawn, leaving Meghan and Harry to confront a harsh reality. The empire built on celebrity alliances was always fragile, and now it is crumbling under the weight of its own illusions. The red carpet has rolled up and the spotlight has shifted elsewhere. Across the Atlantic, Prince William observes the implosion with steely resolve. There will be no bailout. The Sussex saga is self-destructing. The residents' exposé acts as a reckoning. As surrogacy probes loom and the divorce rumors harden into fact, 2026 looks to be the end of the road. The questions are no longer if, but when. Are the kids real or a ruse? Will Harry walk away or sink with the ship? The facade is shattered, and we are just waiting for the dust to settle. But that wasn't the whole story. There is one final piece of the puzzle regarding the titles that we are investigating right now, and what we found will change everything for the line of succession. Make sure you are subscribed because you do not want to miss what comes next.